Hello and welcome everyone. Welcome to Waking Up with Waffles, the series where we get up really early in the morning and play video games because, well, that's what we do. Let me get my mic repositioned here. It's kind of sticking up. Good morning, good morning. It's been a little while since we streamed, so I'm glad to see you all here so we can have some fun and enjoy this Friday morning. We have made it to the weekend and we are going to play Space Marine. As you can see, I am my favorite Space Marine. Well, take that back. My second favorite Space Marine chapter, the Black Templars. Got the Wicked Shoulder pad right there. My goal is to unlock all the cosmetics so that I can recreate my Little Pony Space Marine army. It's a mixed bag. Some people absolutely love the My Little Pony Space Marine. Other people absolutely hate it, so I do enjoy the reactions I get when I'm playing as Twilight Sparkle Marine or things of that nature. So we're going to play a little bit of Space Marine. Ooh, I can't play as the class that I usually play as. That's not good. Let's go with Heavy then, I guess. Oh, well, we're going right into it. I have no idea what's going on here. I don't know what mission we're in or anything. We're just jumping right into it, so... Alright. I have no idea what's going on. We kind of just jumped right into the thick of it, but...
Auspex is picking up Imperial emanations from that shield. We can expect those heretics to use similar tactics against us.
This is actually one of the frustrations I really hope that they fix at some point where I joined as a Bulwark because that's the class I want to play as, and then it tells me, oh, someone's already playing as that. Like, why did you match me in a game with the character that I already wanted to play as, you know? That is something I hope that they fix relatively soon. I do believe they have said that it is on their list of things to fix, but it can't come fast enough, you know? Alright, nothing in there. I really haven't played any of the other classes much. I just love the Bulwark. Whoa! Peak gameplay here. We're just rolling around on the ground. Take him down. A little bit of blood, a little bit of gore. Rip that off. And problem solved. Alright, we're scrounging. We're out of ammo already. The heavy goes through ammo super fast, so let's see if we can scrounge something up. We could really use... grenades. Those are good, but not quite what we're looking for. Really like a little bit of ammo, please. Just a little. Kind of like cats can have a little salami as a treat. Heavies can have a little ammo. Just a little ammo as a treat, please. And looks like another player already left. This does not seem like we're going to win this one. We're working with one bot, and I'm playing a class I don't usually play. Oh, there's someone else is joining. Hopefully, maybe help us. I love that animation right there, though. That animation is smooth.
Stockpile marked. Ammunition restocked.
Take that ammo. Wasn't very much, but we'll take it and hope for something better. I won't say no to that. Nothing there. All right. Let's see. I do love, like, oh, hi, name, how's it going? That's Bubble, right? Your Bubble? Your name's different on here? Oh, I love this part of the game. You can just run through these cultists. Like, you just crushed these guys with your speed. Bubble finally made it. Yay! I know the last time that we streamed there was some issues with you being able to find it, so I'm glad you're here. Glad you're getting to enjoy. Welcome to the Space Marine stream.
Empyrean exposure. Emanations weakening.
How has it been going? What's new? What's good? Who dares to shoot me? Oh, that's not good. They called for reinforcements. I'm low on armor. Activate the shield. Oh, Banner, help me.
Enemy unit contact.
Oh, we're almost out of ammo again. Come on. It's good, nothing new, just living life.
High-ranking chaos.
Couple new things. Most notably, we finally got a new car. We've been talking about getting our adventure vehicle for a while, and we finally got our adventure vehicle. We got our Subaru. Very happy about that. How's work? Work has been pretty good. You know, it's more the same old at this point. Like I've on in 1 week. One week and like 3 days, I officially passed like my trial services, where like the way it works is like for the 6 month you're on trial and they can dismiss you if they don't like things or if they decide you're not a good fit or whatever it may be. And after that, it's much harder to get rid of someone. So I'm very happy to get past that and no longer be able to be disposed of so easily, you know? So I'm very happy to get through that. Very happy to have an adventure vehicle to go adventuring in. The Smithsonian is also opening up a big photo competition for the end of the year. And while my dream goal is to get into National Geographic, I think if I can get one of my photos into the Smithsonian, like, I feel like that's just as good. I feel like that's on the same level of prestige if I can get a photo into the Smithsonian. So, really really hoping to win that after my devastating loss at the state fair. That wasn't as devastating once I realized how biased and unknowledgeable some of those judges were. So, that's my big goal. There's also a photo competition going on local for a city, so I entered into that. So a couple big photo contests I'm really excited for.
One more altar.
But the Smithsonian is like the big one. Alright, let's take down this sorcerer. It is awesome. I'm very, very excited to try and win another photo contest. I'm also tempted, the local, like, what do I call it? Local farm. It's called Easy Orchards. It's, oh, shoot, where did all my health go? How did that guy hurt me so bad? I do not know what happened there. The local farm has a big bag of squirrel feed. They're selling like 10, 12 pounds of acorns for $10, and I'm really, really tempted to, buy that and just set up like a huge stash of acorns and take some photos of squirrels. Love taking photos of squirrels, and I think if I can stick like a giant mound of acorns out there, I can get a bunch of them to run up to me and get some good shots of them. I've got some other photos to go through still. We went to the Renaissance Fair about a week ago, and I still haven't gone through my photos at the Renaissance Fair. Very excited to go through those. Yeah, we foresaw that coming. That team was having some issues, so we'll take the little bit of experience and switch back to the class that we actually wanted to play as. I cannot wait for them to fix that. You know, if I want to play as the Bulwark, I want to play as the Bulwark. I don't want to have to change my class. It's silly. The Ren Fair. Ren Fair looks like a lot of fun. I also have filled up my, you can't see it very well, my film camera, my old school film camera. I have filled it up, and it's time to get the film on it processed. And I can't wait to see, because it's been long enough that I don't even remember. I don't even remember what I took pictures of, which is half the fun of film, right? You go around taking pictures, and then you forget what you took pictures of, and then you can process like, oh, I remember this, that was cool, or hey, I don't remember taking that picture, so very excited for that. Alright. Let me play as the Bulwark this time. Let me be the giant flag-bearing tank. I love it. But I think that's pretty much all that's new. There's a new $5,000 camera that I want that came out, but I need to be good and wait to buy that. So sadly, I cannot go grab that right away. I got to sell a lot more photos before I can afford that one. Oh, actually, there was one other cool thing. I put it in the chat. The relic of St. Jude passed through my town, and it went to our church, so I got to see the relic of St. Jude. And that was a really, really cool experience. There was, I would say, thousands of people who showed up to look at the relic, to pray, to pay their respects. It was a very cool experience. I wish we could have had more time with it, but because there were so many people and so little time, they said you got 10 seconds. 10 seconds to touch the relic and appreciate it, and then you can go into the pews and pray like normal for as long as you want. But 10 seconds is all you got. But I completely understand. There was a lot of people there. We thought it was going on from 2 o'clock until 10 o'clock, and we're like, oh, we're gonna be smart. We're gonna go at like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night when no one else is there, so we can spend some time. That was a bad decision. There were more people there at 9 o'clock. We should have gone at like 2 o'clock. All right, this is better.
Defense of the bridge until you confirm that the Xenos Overlord has entered the kill zone. Then trigger the detonation.
With our cool skull shield, we got our chain sword. This is real Space Marine right here.
Delta Wave box check. Meridian reporting. Approach.
I took a picture of the Relic of St. Jude, and I'm working on making a sticker out of it. Hey, stop shooting me in the back, yo.
Proceeding to relay. Maintain box reports. Down and clears out.
Nice. Okay. First fight went pretty well. Doc got a little hurt, but I have high hopes for us to complete this mission.
In these dark times. There is no pain I could face that would match the disappointment. Strike to the heart. I can imagine it now.
All right, that was a good fight. So yeah, I think that's all now. I think that's all I've been up to. Making tons of video on YouTube. I've really been enjoying making videos for YouTube. I know I stream a little bit less. I know y'all miss me streaming, but I've been really enjoying making videos on YouTube. I've got one about Pokemon that's going to be coming out here soon, asking the big questions. And now that, so I don't know if you saw the news, but Nintendo has officially decided to bring forth a lawsuit against Palworld, saying it's infringing on their patents. So now's a good time to release my Pokemon video, because my question in it has been, how has no one dethroned Pokemon? Like, when people play modern Pokemon, you go to like the Pokemon forums, all you see is how much people dislike it, how much they're mad at the Nintendo company and the Pokemon company because you won't give us all the Pokemon, you won't give us Nuzlocke mode, you won't give us a more challenging difficulty, you won't give us anything, basically. So like, with all that, you know, why hasn't anyone been able to make a Poke clone that does those sorts of things and gets all those sweet gameplay things that everyone's been asking for? Because it seems like it's right there on the table, right? You make a Pokemon clone, you give it a harder difficulty, you give it a Nuzlocke mode, you give it some quality of life, you give it 1,000 things to catch, you give it some breeding mechanics, and it's like, it seems like it's right there on the table, right for picking. Like, that seems like a no-brainer for making some money. But, Palworld is so cool, though. Palworld is cool. In fact, they were just talking about there's a big patch coming out for it here soon with some new stuff, and I haven't played Palworld in a while, so I feel like it's time to play Palworld again and see all the stuff that we've missed, all the new stuff. So that's probably next on the list, is to play Power World, since we haven't gotten to play that one in a while. It's called Temtem. So Temtem does exist. Like, yeah, Temtem is a cool game, but like no one's gotten the same level of fame as Pokemon. That's what I'm talking. Like, why hasn't anyone gotten the same level of fame as Pokemon? Is what I'm curious about. Because like Power World blew up and then disappeared, like off the face of the earth, right? They lost so many of the players. Everyone stopped talking about it, and like it's cool that they're still patching it. I'm glad they're still patching it, but like it feels like no one cares about Power World anymore. Like when it came out, it was huge, and then everyone's like, "Oh, okay." Temtem is the closest Pokemon I've seen because it has difficulty in Nuzlocke modes. I do need to go back and play Temtem. I rented it, and I should have just bought it outright, so I had to return it. So yeah, we need to actually play Temtem. And I heard they actually got a patch here soon, recently too, right? Temtem. Didn't they get like an offline mode or some big patch? I heard about them on one of the gaming journals talking about it getting a big update.
Nonsense. Good spirits inspire us all, and there are no finer in the company than yours. Then let
Go
us
grab that
spread
health
our
kit, people.
cheer to the alien, the mutant, and the heretic.
There's actually an interesting thing I was reading about the UK, somewhere in Europe. Either this is a law or it is going to be a law. But basically, one of the problems with like MMOs in the modern day is once they stop funding the game, the servers get shut down and you can never play it again. And I guess they're making a law, or there is a law that says that there is a requirement that those games be playable offline if you're going to shut down support for the servers and all that. And that would be amazing for, like, there's the Warhammer MMO. We're playing Warhammer, right? The Warhammer MMO was a ton of fun. And it got shut down. The PvP was a blast on it, so being able to experience that again would be awesome. I'm a big fan of a lot of the UK laws lately, especially forcing iPhone to use USB-C. Holy cow. Having one cable that truly does everything is so awesome. I love that over the last few years I've gotten rid of 90% of my cables because everything is just USB-C now, and that's so convenient and nice. I think we're seeing now with games not 5-10 years ago, Makeup World, there's just so much coming out every day. 2 games, it's oversaturated. I would definitely agree with that. The gaming market definitely, like, I love to go on Steam every day and just check what's new and coming out, because like there's so much I can't even keep up with it. So it's really fun to go on there and like, oh, there's 12 new games coming out today. Let's see if any of them are interesting or anything that we want. Though part of what makes me really sad about that is just how many like adult games are coming out on Steam. Like, the next generation is in some serious trouble with their addiction to that, because there are so many coming out every single day, and AI is not helping with that. And I think we're going to see a major crisis come from that in the next few years. which is another video that I want to do at some point. Because, like, that used to be a niche thing that was, like, on weird internet flash sites that you heard about online from friends in the schoolyard, and now it's just mainstream there for everyone to see. And I think that's going to cause a lot of problems. And it's so hard to talk about because anytime you say, like, hey, maybe having this much access to dopamine and stimulation is not good for people, you're just going to get people like, oh, well, you're just shaming them, or you just have religious trauma, or you're just trying to be one of those Christians and control people. As, like, yes, my belief and faith dictates a little bit of the morality around that, but I still think taking that out of the equation, that it's not healthy or good for that many people to have that much access to some, especially children, who are just going to be rotting their minds.
Without armor support to tackle a target that big,
crack grenades, don't need that.
All elements needed are
Everything is over sexual. Oh yeah, that's a huge problem, and it's not getting better. Like I said, every day there's 1,000 games released on Steam that are overly sexual, and children are being exposed to that, and there's no stopping it. The genie is out of the bottle at this point, and no one's willing to talk about it because, again, they're like, oh, well, you're being a Puritan, you're being a fanatical Christian, let the people enjoy what they enjoy, and unwilling to see that there could be a problem brewing.
The Hive Tyrant is on its way. There is a horde of Xenos between you and it. Take it through that hole.
I love these scenes in this game so much, where they're crawling up the walls. It is so cool.
Attention. It is moving to intercept. Apply more pressure.
When you're learning about in school when they're 5, it's going to be messed up anyways. Emmy and I have talked about that at no small length, that if and when we have kids, homeschooling really is the only way, with the way the public school systems are, with the way everything in the world is. Like, it just seems like that is the only answer. But, you know, I am sort of against it in many ways. What keeps knocking me around? And the big one, and hopefully this isn't as big of an issue nowadays, but I know that it was like a huge thing when I was growing up. Like, everyone knew if you were a homeschool kid because you were just different. You were a little weird, a little strange, a little socially bad. And I don't want that for a kid either, right? Being able to socially interact among your peers and all that is a huge life skill. So if someone can pick you out of the crowd that you're, quote, weird or different, then there's an issue, right? So I don't want that, but at the same time, like, I also don't want all the things that come with public school, so how do you balance that?
Keep your eyes peeled. The Xenos leader beast will be in visual range shortly.
Target is in visual range.
Here comes the big baddie. Huge!
Give the Hive beast a moment. Detonate the charges now.
This is Tanasa. The ambush was a success. It's working on me.
It is not dead.
Titus, can you elaborate?
The swarm would go feral without their connection to the Hive mind, but their focus is still...
Now you're that way if you're in school. I mean, that's a whole other...
Assessment.
That's a whole other problem going on right now, right? Like, there's so many people I see posting on, like, the Gen Z forums and the Zoomer forums and all that about how they don't like social interaction, that it's hard to find friends, it's hard to communicate.
He'll hunt that thing.
Dexter's here, and, like... So we went to the Renaissance Fair. And I spotted no less than 3 kids at the Renaissance Fair who were, like, standing next to pirates and Vikings who were singing and talking and doing cool stuff, and they were just on their iPads. And, like, I don't have kids, so I know I can't judge. I know that I don't know what it's like to be a parent, but, like, to me, wouldn't the Renaissance Fair be, like, one of the most stimulating places for a kid to be? Like, you've got pirates, you've got Vikings, there was a giant dragon breathing fire, you've got music, you've got cool stuff, you've got swords and toys and dragons and everything around. Like, I couldn't imagine being so bored at the Renaissance Fair that you need your iPad to keep you occupied. Like, it's the coolest place on earth. The same thing with, like, we were going grocery shopping, and there were, like, 10-year-olds, 8 to 10-year-olds, just sitting in the cart, engrossed in their iPads. Like, I can't remember ever getting to sit in the cart. You know, maybe my parents were too strict, calling you out, Mom and Dad, but I'm pretty sure, like, we sat in the front of the cart when we were 1, but I can't ever remember being allowed to sit in the cart. Like, from the time we were allowed to walk, or from the time we could walk, we were forced to walk next to the cart. You don't get just free ride in the cart. And I was so shocked to see, like, 10-year-olds just sitting in there chilling, enjoying a free ride. And this boils down to, we've talked about this before, but it's not talked about enough, but one of the most important life skills I think that a lot of people aren't getting anymore is the ability to be bored. Like, I know that sounds ridiculous, but being able to be bored is such an important life skill to have. I hate these enemies because I have barely any ranged attacks. Come on. There we go. Fall down to the ground. That would be fun, though. I don't discount that it would be fun to ride in the cart. Certainly more fun than grocery shopping, but it's a life skill, right? You're learning how to be bored, and you're learning how to do things you may not want to do. And most importantly, the skill that no one has anymore, according to Costco, is you're learning how to pay attention when you're in the store so you don't leave your cart in the middle of the aisle while other people are trying to shop around you. That drives me absolutely bonkers at Costco. I cannot stand when we're just wandering around and someone will, like, abandon their cart sideways in the middle of the aisle so no one can get by. And they'll walk like 5 aisles over to get a sample. Oh, it drives me bonkers. So, kids need to be out of the cart learning that skill.
You cut out.
Ready to scan.
Fog signal negligible. Jamming, most likely.
Our duty remains unchanged. Forward.
Alright, forward into the fray. We're almost to the ending boss. This has been a fairly smooth run, knock on wood, so something tells me the boss is going to be a little extra tough. I've also picked, we did this We did this last year, but I've picked my Advent penance this year is I'm going to attempt from the beginning of Advent until after Christmas to not purchase anything unnecessary. No camera gear, no streaming services, no nothing. Just food and bills for a couple months. Because I started writing. I saw Longlegs. I loved Longlegs as a horror movie, and I really wanted to make my own B-rated horror movie. And so I started writing up a script for it. And a big part I wanted to talk about was like depression, because that's something I struggle with, of course. And I've realized that like what happens so much, my room is always terribly messy. And I take ownership for that. That's my fault. But what happens is, like, I will clean my room up. I'll get rid of a bunch of the garbage in there. It'll be great. And then I'll get depressed. And then while I'm depressed, I will buy a whole bunch of things I don't need. And then I'll put that in my room. And then my room will get messy again because I won't have room for all the things that I've purchased. And it's just a vicious cycle of never-ending repetition of, okay, it's clean, now it's dirty, I get depressed, buy more things, now I have to clean it and throw stuff out, and then it starts over again. Did you not learn from what you did for Lent? I did learn, I did enjoy it, and that's why I want to do it again. I felt it was very helpful to do, and that's why I would like to do it again. Who is shooting you? Get out of here. Full health. Boom. Okay. What was that? Repetition? I'm not sure I followed X. What do you need me to repeat? Come on, attack me. Oh, okay, you are attacking me. Hello, Horde. Have you watched Subservient? I think it's the movie. It's basically Smart House, the Disney Channel movie, making more horror. There is a horror movie coming out. I think it just came out that looks really good. Called Bagman, I think. Also, check your local Regal Theater. Tickets for the My Hero Academia movie is... they are on sale. So if you're interested in seeing the new My Hero Academia movie in theaters, which you should be, tickets are on sale now. And it comes out October 10th, Thursday, October 10th. Is repetition a word? I feel like that's a word. It's a waffleism. So get your tickets now for the My Hero Academia movie, because this is it, right? My Hero Academia is over. We get this movie, we get like one more season, and then that's it. The show is over. It has come to its full conclusion. So enjoy it while you can, because it is not long for this world, sadly. Did you finish the season? So I finished the season that was on Hulu. I know the new season's been coming out, but I don't watch the subs, so I've been waiting for the dub to finish. So I think I'm still a season behind, but I already have all the spoilers. I crave the spoilers, so I know how it ends, and I'm shocked. I am shocked at how many people are upset with the ending. Like, I'm super happy with the ending, but people feel like the ending was so bad that the entire series has now been tainted and ruined and needs to be thrown away. And like, what are you guys talking about? Like, it's been solid all the way through, but some people were pretty upset with how it ended. So we also are finishing Evil. I am very, very, very upset with how Evil ended. You know, for the last couple seasons, I've been recommending it. Like, it's a good show to show, like, Catholicism. It's a good show to talk about psychology versus demons. It's an interesting show. And then in the last season, they pooped the bed. Like, they full on wrecked the show in a matter of, like, 4 episodes. And I'm so bummed about it, because I've been recommending it. I've been loving it. Been watching the sub, have no spoilers. Does he die? Does Deku die? Is that what you're asking?
Lieutenant Titus predicts the Tyranids Hive Tyrant is... Assist in the defense of the bridge until you confirm that the Xenos Overlord has...
We're doing the same mission again? Bro.
Trigger the detonation.
Really?
An inglorious death.
Can't we have a little variety? There's only 6 missions, but you choose the same mission again?
Delta Wing box check.
So, spoilers for My Hero Academia. So if you do not want My Hero Academia spoilers, mute me now, because we're talking spoilers.
Acknowledged. Proceeding to relay.
So, as far as I know how it ends based off of what everyone's saying online, no, Deku does not die. I believe Shigaraki dies. Which is kind of a strange thing, right? Because his whole thing was like, I'm going to save everyone, I'm going to save Shigaraki. So Deku does not die, but he does lose his quirk forever. And then they do a time skip. At the very last bit, they decide to do a time skip. 8 years into the future. And you find out that Deku's lost his quirk, and since he's quirkless, he became a teacher at UA High, and basically he talks about that he's a little sad because his friends don't come to visit as much anymore because they're all busy being heroes. And like it cuts to a scene where you get to see kids talking about Red Riot and like how cool Red Riot is and how they want to be like him, which is really cool. I like that. And then Uraraka is busy because she's out with Tenya. They formed a new group to help people learn how to use their quirks in different ways, since Hero Society is collapsing and there's less crime, so we need less heroes. So they're learning how to do that. And he doesn't quite like explicitly say that he's with Uraraka, but it's kind of half implied. And then UA saved up a bunch of money to buy an Iron Man suit for Deku so that he can go back and be a hero and fly around as Iron Man. Thanks for spoiling. I warned you. I said we were going to talk about spoilers. I warned you. I said we were doing it. And so, like... I don't see how people can hate that ending. Like, that's the whole point. Deku became the greatest hero. He changed Hero Society. Yeah, his friends are busy because they're out doing things like that. That's life. That's why I think ultimately that's why people don't like it, because most of the people watching My Hero Academia and anime in general, I feel, are on the younger side. And as younger kids, they feel like, oh, well, you know, once I'm out of high school, I'm going to keep talking to my friends forever. We're all going to be best friends and hang out every single day. Like, I'm not going to lose my friends. And I think that's what they're upset about. Like, well, that's not realistic. And then they're going to get hit with the train called life here in a few years when they graduate high school and find out that you stop talking to 99.9% of your high school friends. and you never have time to hang out with people because you're at work, your first, second, third job. So I think that's where a lot of the people saying they don't like it are coming from, is they just don't have that life experience to know that you do lose all your friends from high school, and life changes, and you don't get to hang out with people every single day anymore. It's not cool that he loses his gifts, though. I mean, they were telegraphing that pretty hard, that was going to be the outcome, right? Because, like, the whole point of One for All was, hi Edgar, how's it going? The whole point of One for All was to defeat All for One, right? And now that that's been done, there was no point in that quirk still existing, so, like, it makes sense for it to have to go away because it's no longer necessary in society, and I kind of figured they were going that route, so here we are. Anything new, Edgar? While you can stay for a little bit, how's it going? What's new? What's good? Overall, I'm satisfied with the ending. And I like My Hero Academia as a whole. Like, I have no problems with the show. I enjoyed it very much. Oh, hello there. Hello there, horde of enemies that I did not see coming. And then, to make things worse, the creator said that he is considering a spin-off for My Hero Academia. And I sincerely hope that he reconsiders and does not do it. Because he said that if he does a My Hero Academia spin-off, what he would like to explore is aliens invading Earth. And I feel like that doesn't fit the My Hero Academia universe at all, and I feel like he's gonna wreck it if we start bringing in aliens and all that sort of thing. So I hope he just kind of leaves it alone. I'm doing good as well, Edgar. It's Friday. Just telling Bubble that we finally got our adventure vehicle. We got our Subaru, so we're getting ready to go on some adventures here soon. There's some big photo competitions coming out here soon, so I'm excited to enter some photo contests. So life is good. The only complaint I have is that the Sony Canon R5 Mark II came out, and I want it, but it's $5,000. And considering I can't even win a lousy state fair, I don't think I can spend another $5,000 on cameras just yet. Oh, that's bad. Oh, we are infected. It's like Evangelion, My Hero Academia. You know, I have never actually sat all the way through Evangelion. That is one on the list that, like, I need to watch, right? That's a classic. You're not quitting your job anymore? Is this the... Which job is this? Because I remember you got a new job, and then you quit that one to go back to your old job. So is this your old job you're not quitting, or was there another job on top of that one? I can't keep up, Dexter. You've got too many jobs. Photo contest, pretty cool. Thank you. One of them is with the Smithsonian, and I think it'd be so cool if one of my photos was good enough to be in a Smithsonian. I told them the old job was going to pay me better, and they matched. Wow, that is actually a rarity. That must mean they like you. If they're willing to actually, like, match pay, They must actually enjoy you. You must be good at your job.
Direct me to where I can place these charges.
Prime explosives. Fresh magazine.
Yeah, I love the over-the-top gore in this game is amazing. The graphics are great. There's definitely some complaints I have about the game, but man, is it cool looking and fun. I sat all the way through it multiple times. I still don't fully understand it. So I quit the medical company and joined the school. Then I quit the school, joined the ice company, and the medical company wanted me back. Hey, know your worth, right? Start a bidding war for company loyalties. This is one thing my dad always talked about. Company loyalty will reward you, and I don't think that's true anymore. I definitely don't believe company loyalty gets you anywhere. So whoever is the highest bidder, sell your labor to, right? Like, actual pay is king, or perks, right? Because like my current job, the pay isn't as good as other jobs, but the perks, man, the perks are great. But yeah, I think the days of company loyalty is gone. I don't think. I don't think anyone's ever gonna get a perk for sticking around longer this time. Come on. There we go. All right, we're low on health. We need some health bad.
Sustained heavy damage. Stay close and sharp.
It's crazy to think about. I basically got a 10% raise after 3 months for threatening to quit. I'll never get a raise that high unless I get another job. Yeah, and that's what you got to do, though, right? Like, you stick around for a few years, you get the experience, and then you go somewhere else, get that 10-15% raise, and you keep climbing the ladder. Considering, like, there's a phrase I heard the other day that I absolutely loved because it hit home so hard. That $1,000 is not a lot of money to spend. Or no, so $1,000 is not a lot of money to spend, like on groceries and stuff. Like, that'll go quick, but it is a lot of money to owe. And it's crazy how even people making like $60,000 a year, like that's barely holding on in some states if you're making $60,000-$70,000 a year. I don't know how much I necessarily believe this, but there's people who say that they're earning, like $100,000 a year and they can barely afford to live. That one I think is a little bit more sus, but like the cost of living is out of control. So get that extra money where you can so you can enjoy the things you can. Like one of the little perks that I never thought I would appreciate. But Emmy and I work together, and as we've been working and getting raises and saving up some money, one of the things was we went to like an actual farm and bought like fresh vegetables from a local farm, and like holy cow, the difference that made. I never thought I would appreciate the difference a fresh vegetable could make, but it's delicious. So yeah, it costs a little bit more, but we're in a place where we can afford to spend a little bit more on some fresh vegetables and enjoy that perk. So, and if they could afford that, why did they lowball me in the first place? Oh, I mean, that's just corporate 101, right? Like, if we have a budget to hire someone for $50,000, but we can afford to hire them for $45,000, we've just saved the company $5,000, and we get to brag about that, so we can get bonuses at the end of the year. Like, that's all it's about, right? It's making money, make as much money as possible. Businesses only care about making money. That infinite growth. That's unsustainable, because like, all right, we earned $5 billion this year. Next year we have to earn $6 billion, which means now we have to start cutting people and making people double up on work and cutting perks and such, and it's just a horrible system altogether. And like, I've never made $5.6 billion in 3 months, but I have a feeling that I would say, you know what? That's enough money. I don't need to make $5.7 billion next quarter. I am satisfied with making $5 billion this quarter, so take those extra profits and give them to the people in need, or the people who need help, or whatever it may be, right? Like, it's an ice company. People like their ice.
Give the hive beast a moment. Detonate the charges now.
What I want to know is how places like Crumble stay in business, where they're selling just a cookie for like $20. That's pure sugar and calories. Who is still buying those cookies? Also boba. Like, I know the boba craze was huge for a while, but we have like 25 boba stores in a 5-mile radius. Who is buying that much boba?
To the hive mind, but their focus is still on the relay. Reports confirm the lieutenant's assessment. Enemy cohesion is still in full effect. That beast is not yet dead.
Confirmed.
Welcome in, everyone. I see a few new people joining us. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
I see it trying to dig itself out.
Mark this position.
As I said in the beginning, we are playing Space Marine. We're doing Waking Up with Waffles, where we play games early in the morning. My goal for today's session is to unlock enough cosmetics that I can recreate one of my Little Pony Space Marines. So I want to get like some purple shoulder pads so I can be a Twilight Sparkle Space Marine, or maybe some various colors to be a Rainbow Dash Space Marine. That is today's goal, is to be a My Little Pony Space Marine. Please tell me to play Ice Ice Baby on repeat and only play Iced Tea Vanilla Ice. I worked at a place a long time ago that did play music for us. It was cool. They played like Michael Jackson and Tom Petty, and they had a good mix of music. Like, it was a decent mix, but it was one CD. So all we had was one CD that played on loop all day, every day, for years. And like, I got so sick of those songs, because like, it's one CD, so you're talking maybe an hour of music for 8 hours a day, every day, for 2 years that I worked there, the same songs on repeat. One of them was Free Fallin' by Tom Petty, which I still like that song, but man, I couldn't listen to that song for years after that, just because it was like Thriller, Tom Petty, I can't remember anything else. I remember Thriller, Free Fallin' were like the two songs that always, like, when you're like, oh yeah, there's music playing, you listen, like, oh, it's that song again. Well, if I want to hear it again, I'll just listen again in 30 minutes when it repeats.
Continue pursuit.
This guy's following us. We're gonna have to deal with him at some point, guys. He's not giving up.
Fresh cartridge.
There we go.
Xenos psych around matched by Codex Tech.
Alright, boss time. Let's see if this goes a little bit smoother than last time.
No telling what surprises await.
Talassa report.
Oh wait, no, we got one more section before the boss.
Talassa, you cut out.
Vox signal negligible. Jamming.
I also heard, this is an unconfirmed rumor, I believe, at this point, so grain of salt. I heard people talking about on Reddit that Amazon has started like tracking when you're in the vehicles. You know, they have like the cameras on you to make sure you're not doing anything and keep you safe driving and all that. Apparently, people are complaining that recently they said that they were told that they weren't allowed to sing along to the radio because the mouth moving could be seen as a distraction, and so their new order is you're not allowed to sing along with your radio anymore. Like, you're not allowed to talk or sing, or basically you're not allowed to have fun in your vehicle. So again, I haven't confirmed that, but it sounds evil enough to be Amazon, so I'm gonna say it's probably true. The full-length video of Thriller just broke 1 billion views. That's awesome.
No doubt. It shall be done. The Imperium provides.
One billion views. I couldn't imagine. Like, I freaked out when I hit 50,000 views on a video. I couldn't imagine a billion people seeing something I made. Granted, I don't think I'll ever make something that a billion people want to see, but like, that is a crazy. That's what, like 1/8 of the whole world's population, basically. And I know some of those are repeat views, right? Some guy who loves Thriller and fell asleep to it and put it on repeat for 8 hours at night, but it's still crazy to think about just how many views that really is. Come on. Come on. Is that all you got? Okay, no, he's got more. He's got more. I regret. I regret. I'm sorry. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. Back up, back up. Got him. So you can't talk on the phone either. It's gonna make people quit, or it's gonna see the birth of the law of intro. But yeah, you're not allowed. You're not allowed to be on the phone either. Your mouth cannot move while you are driving. Which I think less than music and less than talking on your phone. Like, I can't imagine what's gonna go to all the road ragers who are screaming at all the people, right? They're gonna catch a lot of road rage. Do you know what video has the most views? I thought I did. Oh yeah, it's the Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer, right? The Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer has the most views ever. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure it's GTA 6. Which, alright. I haven't done it in a while. Here's Waffles' unpopular opinion. It doesn't deserve that many views because it's going to be meh at best. Like, Grand Theft Auto 3, 4, 5, 6, like they're all just meh games. Like, they're fun to pick up and play around for a little bit, but they are by no means as great as people say. The GTA games are not nearly as good as people make them out to be. Not a surprise, no thanks. You know I'm speaking the truth. They're fun to dink around with, like drive around, like, oh, I'm gonna pretend to obey the speed limits for a little bit, or I'm gonna walk around. There's just not really that much to the games. People pretend like they're, oh, these wide open games where you can do anything. No, it's meh. And Grand Theft Auto 6 is gonna be no exception. It's gonna be okay at best. Same thing. Same thing is gonna happen with Elder Scrolls 6. I'm calling it now. They're not Grand Theft Auto. The Elder Scrolls. The Elder Scrolls 6 is not gonna be as game-changing as everyone thinks. I don't think it's gonna live up to the hype. I think that it's gonna be okay. Like, it's not gonna be that it's not fun or anything. I just don't think that it's gonna be the game that everyone hopes that it is. All right, so we need some colorful things to unlock the My Little Pony. Oh, perfect, right here. Purple. Purple could be good. Let's see. Red could be good. Let's get the purple. Let us start building our My Little Pony Space Marines. Got purple. Let's grab some green. GTA is a bad franchise. I'm certainly not a fan of it. I certainly don't see the appeal of Grand Theft Auto. Especially, like, and this is one of those things where, like, I understand different people enjoy different things. I understand that 100%. But, like, I know there's a big group of people who play Grand Theft Auto to go online and, like, they do car shows. And, like, they'll purchase a car in-game, they'll customize the car, and then they'll all meet up and show off their cars. But, like, there's only a set number of cars and customizations in the game, right? So, like, what are you showing off? I don't understand that. Like, it's just you spent time purchasing things for an imaginary vehicle, an imaginary game. Like, I don't understand the appeal of going to a virtual car show when, like, you just Google a picture of that car in GTA 5. Like, what was, like, it when you're looking at it in person, like, okay, that's impressive. You've hunted down the rare parts. You've spent the time to fine-tune the vehicle. You've added these custom mods that no one else has. But in Grand Theft Auto, it's like you didn't hunt down the rare part. You just purchased it because there's no scarcity. Everyone can have the same vehicle. I don't get that one. I really don't understand the car shows in Grand Theft Auto. And the only reason I know about it is because people constantly talk about it and show videos of it. It's Baby Shark, by the way. You know, I guess that makes sense that Baby Shark would have the most views. That does make sense. Because again, those aren't like all unique views, right? It's kids watching the same video over and over and over and over and over again, right? So I can see why that one would have the most. Kids suck. I mean, as far as videos for kids on YouTube, I don't think Baby Shark is the worst one. There's certainly worse videos I can think of on YouTube for kids. Like all the clickbait ones, all the Elsa Spider-Man, the horror that was Elsa Spider-Man, Elsa Gate, all that. So like, Baby Shark's kind of mild when it comes to all that.
Throwing stone.
Come on. There we go. Just barely made it on that challenge. All right. Sadly, it is... I'm happy. I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm happy about it. Oh, man. If you ever get a chance and you want a deep dive, check out Elsa Gate. It's a whole trip to learn about. It is definitely... highly recommend learning about it because it's such a weird piece of like YouTube history. But it is 6:30, which means it is time for me to start thinking about getting ready for work and doing all the things that I need to do. Thank you everyone for joining me for Waking Up with Waffles and all the fun chat and having you all here. I definitely appreciate y'all hanging out with me early in the morning. I need to get my stuff set up on this one because I don't have my prayer cards and things like that how we usually end. So that is my next goal. Hold me accountable for in the Discord. I need to set up the prayer cards so that we can set that up so we can go back to the way that we used to stream. But for now, I gotta get ready to go to work. So I appreciate you all coming and hanging out. Have a blessed Friday, and we will see you all again very, very soon. Thank you all so much for joining. And I will say next time that I am streaming, I will keep you up to date in the Discord. I am still trying to figure out the schedule. Like I said, I know I have not been streaming enough, and I do miss hanging out with y'all. So I will figure it out. I promise. I just need to sit down and think about it. So we will have a regular streaming schedule soon. That is also my goal. Bug me about it in the Discord. Okay, now I gotta go for real. So have a blessed day. See you all soon.